Welcome to this next edition of Hidden Gems. It's your boy Dark Necessities, also known as Dank Necessities, the dankest of all necessities that there ever was. Today for Hidden Gems we're going to be looking at a game called Race the Sun. It is a fairly older game. I think it was released offhand in 2013. It's going to be definitely one of the older games that we'll be looking at in this series. I'll just check. It is still available on Steam, by the way, full price at $14.50 Australian dollars. It was released, December 2013, so a little over 7 years old now. But I actually think that kind of plays into more why it's a hidden gem, right? Because its time has passed, you may have missed it completely. So basically, Race the Sun is a never-ending racing game, I suppose. You basically race the sun, aptly named. As soon as the sun goes down, you finish off. Yeah, basically, it's game over. You fly in I guess you'd call it a craft, so a spacecraft or a hovercraft. And as you go along, you collect gems, and for every, I think it's 5 gems, it adds another multiplier to your score. The aim of the game is to get the highest score possible. Now, one aspect of this game which is really cool is that the maps basically refresh every 24 hours. So you could be playing the game on the Monday and have a really good understanding of the map and kind of, you know, boss the game really. But the next day you can't, because the map will change, which adds to the longevity of the game. With a game like this, the way I look at it is it's not a game that you'll want to sit down and play for a long period of time. It's not like, you know, your Skyrim. Oh, I'm picking really well-known games here, but it's not like Skyrim or Sea of Thieves or something like that where you'd sit down to play for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. This one is really good to do in short spurts. Really good if you have a limited, pardon the audio there, that would be a car in the background. I don't know whether the microphones pick that up. It's going to be a really good game to play if you're on limited time. So if you've only got a half hour here or an hour there, it's a perfect game to just sit back, relax, and enjoy. You don't have to really think too hard about it, which is one aspect of this game, which is the reason why I do keep coming back to this game. I've clocked quite a few hours on this game, to be honest. I used to play this, my own experience with this game is I used to play it during my lunch breaks at one of my previous jobs. You know, I had a half an hour or an hour spare, and I could literally just boot this up and it would relax me. It's kind of I wouldn't say mind-numbing, but you don't need to sit and concentrate on it as such. It's one hit, you're out, basically. I mean, there are times that if you just clip your wing, it will slow you down, but because it slowed you down, you know, the sun will also go down at a quicker rate the slower you are, so it is pretty much game over. You can upgrade your ship. I think it's up to level 25. You can get different perks and boosts that will help you, such as one thing I remember straight off the top of the head is it gives you a magnet which picks up these boost multipliers, which increases your score quite rapidly. There are other things to this game, like you can get speed boosts, which helps you obviously go quicker. The sun will then go up for a bit, so it helps you out quite a lot. There's various things like jumps, which, as you can tell, you know, if you see obstacles in the way coming up and you can't see a way around it, just hit spacebar and jump over that. You can only, I think, carry 3 jumps at a time. I could be wrong there, but I believe it's 3 jumps at a time. There are also certain things you can go through, like portals, which will take you to the end of the level. Every level you do, once you clear it, then you basically go into a clearing, and then a new map. You know, you pretty much race through the next part of the map, I guess you'd say. And naturally, the further you go in, the harder it's going to get. So you'll find the first probably 3 or 4 levels you can do fairly easily, and then it gets really challenging. And one frustrating thing I do find about this game though is when you are racing and you lose against the sun, it almost feels at times that you can't actually progress any further, because you go around the obstacles or over the obstacles or whatever you want, and you literally just run out of time through what I feel is no fault of your own, which can be quite frustrating at times, especially if you've got a really good run on. To kind of die in that situation is incredibly frustrating. Yeah, there's also portals which take you to other worlds where you can accumulate scores a lot quicker, a lot more challenging levels. It's really good fun. It is a game that I thoroughly would recommend, especially if you have low time to game. Maybe you've got kids and a wife. My wife is always at me about not playing games, certainly when my son is up, so my scope for gaming is quite limited. So Race the Sun is a perfect game to have in my collection. But even the most avid of gamer may need times where they just need to chill out and just relax, and Race the Sun is a good one. I would personally look at getting it at a sale, as I said, $14.50 for a 7-year-old game. To be honest, you can probably find better uses of your money for that price, but certainly if you do find it on special, whether it be a Christmas special, I don't know whether they do Halloween specials, spring specials, whatever you want to do, certainly one well worth adding to your collection. Morning, noon, or night if you Race the Sun, and that's your one per episode. If you're in bed early, perfect game. If you only have a short hour, perfect time to play the game. It is full on, just relax. It looks nice, and to be honest, I think even today the graphics, while not being spectacular, I don't think they've aged terribly, which is a good thing. And that is pretty much Race the Sun. I don't really think that you can build your own worlds and an inbuilt world editor. I think that's the only thing I've not really touched upon. And there are other modes, like Apocalypse, where it's extremely difficult. I struggle on that, to be honest. I've not played it for long because my coordination is that of someone who's had lots to drink, and you've spun them around 17 times and you say, "Hey buddy, say the alphabet backwards," while running one-footed to the nearest, I don't know, car. Maybe not a car, that's probably not a good thing to say. What I'm trying to say is I'm not very good at that extra hard mode. But yeah, Race the Sun, it's a good one for me. Definitely worth checking out. Until next time, guys, that's Race the Sun. You keep cool.